All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Wake Up. We're out here in Chicago, so let's give it up for Chicago. Today's real review is about this guy right here. We're gonna hit this back right here. And
do you think that selling your nudes online and do you think the money that you make from that translates to any sort of intelligence or skill, or are you do you accept the fact that you have no skill and maybe lack a lot of intelligence, which is why you had to go down that path?
I have a degree.
A degree in what?
Philosophy. I could go onto grad school and become a lawyer if I wanted to.
So why, that's a good point. You could have become a very well-respected lawyer, had a good career. What do you think your kids are gonna think when they said, "Oh, my mom had two options. They could have been a philosopher and a lawyer who made a lot of money, but they decided to be an online whore for 2 years, and then when they got ugly, now nobody wants to hire them anymore because they ruined their name and their reputation."
Period. I'm sorry.
Do you think that selling your look?
okay, guys, so that's the reel that we're gonna be reviewing, and I give you my point of view. Obviously, we see this little kid kind of all the time. He's got a lot of little tries to view himself as a very intelligent man. When he looks, he's a little kid. He does everything for clout. That's what I believe. But if we go on the topic of, women now with OnlyFans and that, I think he's kind of correct. Women find themselves like, oh, I'm making a lot of money, so I'm very intelligent. I'm at a higher, priority because I make a lot of fucking money and I make a lot on OnlyFans or what I do. So I view myself as a superior person, But realistically speaking, I mean, you basically gave up everything, You're not going to get married when you're selling OnlyFans. It's very, very few of you are going to get married. And the relationships are going to go down a dark path. That's what I believe. Because, nothing is ever deleted off the internet. So your son's friend at 12 or 13, when they finally figure out the internet, they're going to be able to see your mom's pussy for $12 or $5 or whatever. And I mean, you're laughing about it, but then it all comes back to bullying and all this shit with the internet, And there's been, people that have died. They killed themselves over shit like this,
True.
Because, if your mom or your dad, I don't fucking know anymore, is doing that to make money, it's, if they're providing a good life for you and they're not robbing people and stealing and all that, I don't have a problem with it. But I do know that you're kind of, as a woman, you are selling yourself. You're selling yourself short of what else you could accomplish. And then when that beauty fades, what else do you have, right?
Right.
But we're gonna go down. We'll start over here with your point of view on things, and what do you think?
Hi guys, my name is Sunny, and I have different point of views on this topic. Okay, and I first want to bring up Kim Kardashian.
Okay.
And this is not to say that I agree with what Kim K did with Ray J as far as the sex tape and things like that. As far as this is the difference again. She went to sex tape. We're talking about OnlyFans, things like that. So they kind of correlate, but kind of don't. But for example, Kim K had the sex tape, and the next thing you know, her and her family was set up forever. Pretty much from there, from her releasing that sex tape, it introduced new levels and new doors to fame and success and fortune kind of thing. Now, are her kids possibly affected by that? Yes, obviously, because if you go to Pornhub right now, you can still see Kim K getting fucked on Pornhub type shit. So their kids will obviously always be affected by that. But the reality and the outcome of it is look at the lifestyle that they live now.
But they didn't gain that lifestyle because she got fucked by a guy.
Well, yeah, they already had.
She was already a lot of people don't. She was Paris Hilton's assistant, and she was meeting higher end guys.
Let me align it.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Let me align what I'm trying to say. If all you want to do is be an internet whore and that's what you see yourself as, and you want to sell yourself as that, then that's your life. However, some women use these platforms like OnlyFans as stepping stones, as, hey, this is all that I have to offer right now, whether it is showing my pussy or maybe a thirst trap, because let's be real, people are paying to see foot feet pictures. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so like it doesn't have to be the extreme. It depends on the woman, obviously. Like if you're trying to show your pussy on there for some money, then that's you. But like some women are just on there showing a little bit of thirst traps, and like people are paying for it, and they're using that as a stepping stone. So I feel like it depends on the individual. You're either using it as a stepping stone, or that's who you are. That's what you want to offer. That's your service of the world. Onlyfans, making income from that, showing pussy, showing your body.
But if we go back a little bit, let me tell you a little bit. Do you feel like that the woman feels like she's got a high level of intelligence because she's making a lot of money off of that? Do you ever feel like people just think that just because they make a lot of money, they are smarter than you? They articulate at a higher level. They're basically, I'm better than you, but that's what really the real is more about,
Absolutely.
And I feel like, no, people aren't better than you because they make more money than you.
I don't agree with that either.
Yeah. What about you? We'll give your point of view, Betty.
I want to first I'll say that like when you talking different tax brackets, like you can't do that. We talking about like bitches in the hood.
Yeah, you could say bitches.
Bitches in the hood, like, yeah, you fucking for a little change when we know that if you were to take all this social media and OnlyFans away, you have nothing. It's completely different from I'm a slut. I'm a slut in private. I don't want to be a slut in private no more. I want to be paid for a slut in public now. I'm going to make my money, and I do have a degree. Those are two completely different things. That's something you can fall back on. So I feel like there's two different types of type of intelligence. There's street intelligence and there's book knowledge. I feel like when you have that ability to do both, the world is yours. But I feel like you're not going to find a husband, or that shit's a fucking lie. You can be a slut how long you want to, and you're 100% going to find a man. Actually, men will do more for you now that they know you're on OnlyFans fucking than they do if they know that you're not doing completely.
Well, hold on a second. Why would they say that? Why would they marry you if you're fucking, giving up pussy for $5.99? Like, why do you think you're a better candidate than the lawyer or the doctor or even like
sympathy
or even a communications? No, you're there to get fucked. I really don't think you're a better candidate.
You have to work for the one that's getting paid $5.99 for, and she has 100 people that's paying $5.99 for it. She's easy, and when you have her in private, she has a good personality, and you genuinely like her because she's a player. If you have to be on OnlyFans, like you have to have some type of play in you completely. You have to have some type of plan. You have to know how street work. You have to know how intelligence work. You have to know how the mind works. She said philosophy. You have to know how the human brain works. So I do genuinely feel like you're not going to find a husband, that's fucking bullshit. There are a lot. I can't name. I was going to say I can name. No, I'm lying.
Yeah, you'll find men. You'll find older men that like they know what you're there for.
So then it's fulfilled. So then what's the issue?
Yeah, I mean you can find a husband that's gonna pay. Like he's paying for it.
Not necessarily paying for it, but
I mean you're not gonna find a traditional man. Is gonna say, oh look, she's
man?
A guy that's he's not paying for pussy. That's what a traditional man is too.
If you have your OnlyFans, first of all, that man already know he doesn't have to pay for shit. You have your own fucking money.
Okay.
So he doesn't have to pay for shit. So that's also a plus. Niggas love bitches with money.
No, they don't. They don't care if you make money. They don't care if you make money.
Men love bitches with
High value men do not care if you make any money. I promise you.
I think it's also a plus.
You can get a brokey, yeah. You could get yourself a nice broke guy. And he's gonna feed off of you.
When I'm standing outside the clubs, it's the women with money that's getting there quicker than the bitches that's broke from the hood. Period.
No, you're definitely wrong. It's the prettier girls that get in first. Pretty privilege.
Very true. It
has nothing else.
You could tell a broke spirit, baby. You could tell a broke spirit. You could tell a bitch that's coming from the club because she don't want to go home because she ain't got no home. From a bitch that want to go to a club, that got a little money, she's trying to have a good time. Completely.
I mean, which clubs are you going to?
What you mean?
Like which club? Like which clubs?
Underground.
Okay, I mean, if you're pretty, you get in.
Yeah.
They know. You're pretty, you get in. And it's usually the men buying the bottles. I mean, I've never seen a woman pop a bottle.
I have.
Yeah, you've seen a promoter woman. Hold on. A promoter woman. I've never seen a woman drop.
I've seen less promoter women pop bottles.
Nah, promoter women are popping bottles.
Completely disagree.
Okay, which women? Give me a name. Give me a fucking name. Give me a name in Chicago. Okay, that's exactly what I thought. There is not a woman that I've ever seen pop a $4,000 bottle or spend all that money.
Not
the
at Tao.
BBL bitch.
Are they at Tao?
BBL bitch.
No, they're not at Tao.
Exactly.
They're not at Tao.
I'm just saying if a bitch had money and she was at Tao.
Women don't do that. Women don't do that. They barely do it.
For celebrations, I have seen. Okay, like if you want to be.
Okay, one at a time. One at a time.
I see a lot of white women pop bottles.
Okay, you've seen a lot of white women pop bottles.
I see a lot of white women.
And a lot of those
Fake asses, big juicy fake ass titties.
But they didn't pay for it.
On a regular, I'm seeing these same hoes in underground every weekend popping the same bottles. I'm telling you.
They're getting them for free.
Yeah.
I promise you. You just said some big ass booty bitches. Underground is telling them to come on in. We got you on a bottle. Because what are those bitches gonna bring? Men.
Yes,
They bring
bitches.
men. They bring men.
They bring both. They bring men to spend
Well, they
money
bring men and bitches,
pretty
yeah.
bitches. They bring both.
bring
I've
money.
been to a really pretty white girl's like table, and she had the big boobs and the BBL, and she looked like a badass.
I love
bitch.
that we're saying white because that has a lot of emphasis around the throw.
Unfortunately, it does. Unfortunately, it does. Like
Or light skin.
light skin bitches too. Like I mean, unfortunately, that's just like the norm in Chicago. Like they're gonna give you that spotlight and the face, and they're gonna be like, bring the bitches, bring the men that have the money, and we'll give you this cash, and that's what they're gonna do.
The promoters are smart. They're not dumb. They know how to do
stupid.
it.
Promoters know what the fuck they're doing, and us, like, we're drinking for free. It's a bottle of 1942. We're gonna go, right? We're gonna go. Like, why not? We sliding.
No,
Like,
a
we
bottle was
sliding.
Lobos. It's never free.
She's right. It's some weird looking bottle. It's definitely a weird looking fucking bottle. She's definitely right. It's not a.
But the men that they invite that have the money to pop it will pop a bottle of 1942.
They have no choice. They won't get in.
You're right, absolutely.
They have no
But
choice.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we're still gonna have that drink, you know?
Yeah, of course. I'm not saying anything's
They
wrong
might
with that.
pop El Jimador or what is it? Jose Cuervo.
Jose Cuervo, that's what I was gonna say. That's the thing popping in the club for the top bottles. I know.
Or 1942, or even if that maybe Casamigos. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it.
No, I agree. But like as she was kind of saying about like, you know, women feel a certain level of intelligence when they're making that kind of money. They're not that smart.
Why
They're not. Huh?
Why not?
Just because you make a certain amount of money doesn't mean you're any better than anybody else.
Why not?
What do you mean why not?
Well, I feel like...
You're saying, why so?
Well, I feel like...
So if you make more money than someone, you're automatically better than them?
No.
Hell no, but this is what I feel.
Okay.
Genuinely, I feel like this stigma about like money. I feel like if you know how to make money, first of all, money rules the fucking world. Everybody that's out here, there's so many people that are starving. And I'm talking about money starving. I'm not talking about homeless people. It's about money.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Once you in that loop of how to make money, we don't give a fuck if you went to high school or not. You know how many so many niggas out here, they ain't even finished college that's making so much motherfucking money. They don't even think about college or they don't even think about high school. They ain't even got their high school diploma.
I know, but a lot of those guys, like during hard times, do go out of business. I promise you they do.
Well, then you gotta tell me.
No, I'm being honest with you. I'm being honest with you. A lot of businesses went under. A lot of guys didn't know how to like fill out proper paperwork during, you know, COVID. A lot of people went under that were uneducated and didn't know what they were doing. But some people do strive. I'm not saying, you know, your level of education with money. I'm just saying you're not better than anybody else. We all put our pants on the same way. That's what I believe. You know, but some people do think they're better and then they're cocky and you're like, why is this person so fucking ignorant? You know what I mean? I think you should always be nice to everybody. Yeah, realistically speaking. But some people, they see it as, I make more money than you. Fuck you, broke bitch. You're broke. And that's a big ego thing too. But
that's how you know which ones are the brokest. Yeah,
I agree. But if we go back a little bit, Ashley, you want to answer about the real? We seem to get a little off topic. You know, do you think you know, women find themselves a little more intelligent because they make more money online, and then also that's not going anywhere, you know?
Okay, bringing it back to the real. I got to bring up, I don't know if you guys have read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
It's a good book.
But, and, you know, misquote me if I'm wrong here, but I'm pretty sure in that book, he talks about how if you transmute that sexual energy, that's how you get to the riches. I'm not saying that she's smarter than everybody else because that's what she did. I think she took the easy way out. Okay. I think if she transmuted that energy and didn't use her body for it, if she created something, then yes.
Yeah.
Good claim.
And if we go a little more further than OnlyFans, because we only seem to just keep fucking talking about OnlyFans. Let's say fuck OnlyFans, it didn't exist. Then you go into stripping and then a hooking, right? Mm-hmm. If we realistically speak about it, or you're selling it, correct? Because the strippers come first, and then the strippers get used to dancing, and then majority become hookers. That's how it starts, all right? Mm-hmm. If that was the way that it fed in, you know, and they're making $1,000 a day, $2,000 a day, $3,000 a day, because that's what OnlyFans can kind of lead into, right? It's all just digital at the end of the day. People like it because they can hide, right? Yeah. Majority, you know. Yeah, it's a fetish, yeah. But I kind of agree with you on that standpoint. Martha, you want to give us your point?
I agree. I mean, I have a lot of friends, unfortunately, that do sell themselves online or strip or even sometimes fuck for money. Personally, I just think you lose your value as a woman. I feel like women that do that, they're also not looking to get wifed. They're looking for a good time, and that's only going to get you so far in life. As for me, like, I feel like I think I would make a lot of money doing that shit. I really do. But
you would make some money. I think you'd make some money.
But I don't.
I think you'd make money.
I don't want to lose my value as a woman. I'm wifey material. I'm very traditional, and I need to find. I'm with a traditional man, and you know, that's just that. Like, I feel like that's
okay.
The way out. She did take the easy way. I really do.
I mean, if you're sleeping on the side of the street and you're fucked up, and that's what you're doing to make money, you know.
Shame the easy way. Listen, my girls, if you got it and you got the followers, I support them. I'm not dogging them or none of that shit. I don't believe in that. Like, I'm not gonna like be like
you're in your what age group are you in? Martha, what age group are you in?
I'm 28.
Okay, let's say you were 58.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and when
you still got the followers and that, like.
50, I really want to look like still like Salma Hayek.
I know, but I'm saying like.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm just saying. Let's just.
J-Lo status.
I'm just saying. You changed the view, right?
J-Lo. I'm gonna look like J-Lo still. Okay?
I'm just saying. You're selling pussy at 58 still. You know.
Yeah, no,
that's crazy.
Pussy at 58, you did something.
But like,
wrong.
look at Cher. She's like 80.
Right.
Like, and look how she still looks. She looks great. Cher, right?
Yeah,
she still looks great. But like, I agree. Like, it's not a long-term thing. This girl could have been like having her own like lawyer, like office and everything, right? And people working under her, and she's making money off them, and even more businesses than that. And she's just taking the easy way out, like you said. You are 100% right. She's a pretty girl too. Like, pretty people do get further in life, you know. So.
I don't think so.
They do.
Oh, well,
they definitely do.
Why?
They get that. That's
if let's say you're selling your house. Are you gonna pick the ugly duckling, or are you gonna pick the good-looking person to sell your house? The good-looking person to sell your house.
I mean, the house is gonna sell itself.
I mean, the house will sell itself, but like,
it's about the credentials. At that point,
but like, who are you gonna? Like,
I'm just saying, pretty people don't automatically succeed more than ugly people.
Yeah, I don't.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
You think
it's pretty privilege for a reason?
Privilege is a real
Thank you.
Yeah, they get into bars and stuff.
It is, but it can only get you so far. It
only gets you so far.
You have to have some common sense after 15 minutes of the conversation. If you can't enlighten my brain, pretty privilege can only get you so far. You have to have some sort of knowledge or something to back up your prettiness. Like,
I think it depends if the guy is or the person that's interviewing you or whatever is stupid enough to just fall for your
look
beauty or your looks.
Stupid too.
Because men are stupid as fuck. As fuck, and they're horny as fuck. So like they're gonna sometimes go based.
Typically, your CEOs are not so stupid.
I was gonna say, let's not shame men in this moment.
Yeah, like, I really don't.
I don't.
You're like changing the subject a little bit.
It really depends on what they want. Like, they're just gonna try to fuck her. I don't know. That's a different conversation.
But I had a comment since we brought up the age. Since we brought up age. So it's like, because would you say 58 or?
She turned to 58 from 23 to
right.
58.
Okay, so now at 58, it's a problem. But if you have someone, let's say, for example, went to school, tried this, tried that, and then ended up on OnlyFans, or...
How do you just end up on OnlyFans? Can you elaborate a little on that?
I mean, for example, pandemic came.
Yeah. A lot of people got laid off. Yeah, you're right.
Dancers couldn't go to the club no more. So I seen a lot of vlogs of dancers that I used to follow having nothing to turn to but OnlyFans because they can't go in the club and make their money how they usually make it. So what I was getting at before you said that is at a certain age where you feel like, okay, I don't know what else to do, so this is what I have, and I'm going to use what I have to hustle to, like, take care of myself to make a living.
Yeah.
Doesn't make that person smarter, but it's somewhat more acceptable versus a 58-year-old or a 68-year-old who didn't go out to try to find their purpose or follow their dreams or didn't. You get what I'm saying? Like, you get lost on your journey at whatever age. I don't take that away from nobody. It could be any age you can get lost on your journey. Mm-hmm. However, I'll give a 25 or a 26-year-old a little bit more grace than a 36-year-old who's on OnlyFans selling pussy.
They're there.
You get what I'm saying?
There.
Like, so when it comes to the age, you really have to think like something traumatic or something had to happen along their journey.
Well, I'll tell you what happened. You know, I mean, you're sitting over there. I mean, she can't get married. She ruined her fucking good stage of 23 to 30. And, you know, the men are saying like, okay, she's just a bust down. She's just a bust down. No, hey, hold on a second. I know you want to like go ahead and get crazy like you always do. At the end of the day, men are just like you women. We talk too. And they're like, oh, you fucked her too? Oh, yeah. And you got her too? Oh, okay. And then like, oh, she's on OnlyFans. You follow her too? Yeah. And then they're like 40 or 50 of these guys are like, damn, this girl's just, you know, she's good for fun. That's it. And men do think that. Like, they'll fuck you, absolutely, but you're not wifey material. You're just, you know. And then we get to there's actually a strip club where there's a bunch of old ass strippers. You know that, right? Yes. My boy Red goes. Where? I don't know where it is, but he told me. There's some old ass fucking strippers. And some men like that shit. They'll go 58, 60. There's some old ass strippers, you know? They might break a hip or something.
I don't give them grace. What the topic was about the innocence and the intelligence is I would give my respect more to someone who's still figuring it out on their path, on their journey, whatever led them there to do what they're doing. They're doing it for a reason, for a purpose, doesn't define who they are. I would give bullshit to the 56-year-old, the 36 with 4 kids who still can't provide. It depends on the situation and the circumstances.
Go ahead.
I understand what you're saying, but I feel like it's like a lifestyle thing. Like people know what type of lifestyle that they're trying to live. A lot of women don't really want children, so they don't have to worry about the cost.
Why? Why do women not want children anymore?
Because sometimes it's hard to find a man.
They just want to live for themselves, and like I can honestly say, like a lot of women do not want children. So it just depending on the type of lifestyle that person wants to live. Like if they want to sell their pussy.
I mean, what's your age group?
I'm 23.
Okay, that's why you think that. That's why you think that. You're too young. You're too young.
She has a
Possibly,
child.
but yeah.
You have a child?
I do.
Okay, is your guy still around or no?
No, he's not.
Okay, that's why.
I mean, yeah, but I just say, like, even if a woman is 58, she's still trying to sell her, pussy online.
It comes down to that's all she knows how to do. If you're a drug dealer and all you know how to do is sell drugs, there's guys that are selling drugs at 60, 50, 40, like 70. That's all they know.
Still gangbanging at that age, like
that's all they know.
Yeah, but I feel like if you have a degree and then if you resort to that's like a last resort type of thing. For some women, it's not. Some women just like that shit. They like to sell their pussy online. Yeah. It's an instant profit. Like that's what they want to do. So it still comes down to personal choices.
You said instant profit. I don't believe
people
it.
Have a fetish.
Instant gratification, validation.
But it doesn't mean there's, like, we go back to the real a little bit. It doesn't mean they're any smarter than anybody because they're making money.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to take away from that.
It doesn't mean that you're smarter than anybody. Like, it's just about your perspective. It doesn't mean that I'm smarter than anybody because I can have a degree and a person that doesn't have a degree can make them, like, $5,000 in 2 seconds. It doesn't have anything to do with intelligence.
Yeah. Samira, what do you think? You've been kind of quiet over there.
Like, if I would date someone or marry someone?
Yeah.
I don't judge, but I couldn't marry someone that did like the OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Like,
why?
To what extent?
Like, I feel like for me, like, because when you're marrying someone, it's part of your brand too. So, and I'm a believer that
your family name.
Like, I believe in having kids, and I feel like that's something, and I think Elon Musk actually said it. Like, Elon Musk, who made billions and billions and billions of dollars, richest man in the world, said that his only true ever happiness didn't come from Tesla, didn't come from anything. It was from having kids. I mean, I listen like to perspectives like that, but that doesn't mean that it's accurate. But I'm just saying, like, for me, when your woman represents you, your household, your brand, and I'm always going to be lingered onto the fact of she was like selling all this at like 25, 26, even if she made millions of dollars, I just can't have it with my brand. But like, I don't mind having friends that did it. Like, I'm not going to judge on a person.
So you're fine with the girls that you could play with, basically.
I'm just not going to.
You're not going to marry them.
I'm not going to marry someone that does that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to also judge it. But it's just not going to come into my personal.
I mean, I'll judge it. I think, like I said, I got no problem judging it. I'm just saying I have no problem judging it, Batty. I mean, you seem like you want to talk a little bit, but I have no problem judging it because I feel like women don't know they're devaluating themselves while they do it. Now, if you need that to survive and make your money, then fucking do it. I get it. If that's how you make your money and you need it, your man left you, he fucked like it was a bad situation. Hold on a second. If it was a bad situation and you had to leave, like your man is abusive, he's fucked up, he's like a drunk, whatever, because there's guys that are fucked up. I understand that. I've heard from a lot of women, there's guys that are fucking crazy. They're just crazy abusive. Yeah. They don't let you do anything. And, like you left them and that's the only way you can make your money, then so be it. that's what you got to do to raise that kid. I respect that because they say the fiercest animal in the world is the woman. You know that, right? Because she'll protect that fucking kid no matter what. That is the first thing that women do. Like if the man is abusive and there's a young child, the first thing they do is they hold the kid and they go, and that is like a trait. We're still all mammals. It's all biologic at the end of the day, So I respect it if a woman's got to get out of a bad situation to do it. But she's got to know, like, okay, your valuation is going down as a woman.
But it's also fast money. And fast money is spent fast. Like, it would be different when you're working hard for it. You're going to make it last longer. Like, if you were doing Grubhub or DoorDash or... There's so many ways to make money in this world, too. Like, people are making money off doing AI. Hello. How are you? Cherries, ice cream, yum.
I've never seen...
Gang. Like, people are doing that. People are making 30 grand in 2 fucking hours.
On what?
On what?
On TikTok.
Literally just.
It's like, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm gonna be more embarrassed if I do it. I don't make any money. But I really wanted to, but I didn't do it. But I was like,
digital footprint is a thing. So I feel like if you don't care about your integrity and you don't care about like people being able to pull up that search history and being able to see that,
you can pick up
then that's your lifestyle. Like it's still a personal choice. Like people gonna do what they want to do at the end of the day.
You know what companies are starting to ask before they hire you? What's your clout score? Do you know that people have clout scores now?
What's
that? It's like a social score. It's like a social.
Yeah, like your clout score. Like who do you reflect on? Like like how many people do you influence when you're trying to push a product or trying to push anything. That is actually starting to get asked now in interviews.
I've not heard of that.
It really is.
Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Facts. But like what I'm saying is, there's just so many ways to make money. You don't have to resort if that's not your end game and you want to be a wife one day, you don't have to resort to selling your coochie online. There's just other ways to make money online as well too, and you can make it fast. Like influencing is a billion-dollar industry.
Would you do it if you didn't no one saw your face?
No.
Would any women do it if
Hell
no one?
Yeah.
No.
Hell yeah.
I have tattoos.
I mean, if they didn't know, like
I don't have any tattoos.
I got
so I think that's another reason why people would know. I've seen that ass before on a boat.
Really?
I've seen that ass on a boat before. So I mean, no.
Okay, I mean, if it's hidden, I think you're kind of protecting yourself, right?
Okay, but here's my thing. What about the girls? Because I follow this girl and I followed her for a long, long time. All this girl does, like at max.
Which girl? What's her name?
I think it's like DJ Troy. She's like from the UK, but like she's Chicago based. I met her on the set of Empire as like some extra shit one time.
Okay.
Super cool chick though, and like the most that she will do is DJ in her bikini. But she'll just be DJing and shit.
Oh, that's cool.
Bringing in racks.
That's cool.
But what is the difference between the girl in lingerie just taking a video in her lingerie?
But it's not lingerie. If you can see the nipples,
bathing suits and lingerie are the same thing.
And you can see the lips, and you can see all that, and you can. That's not
okay,
that's
but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just the difference of like because she's DJing though, because she's simply DJing and the least that she'll have on is her bathing suit. Why is she not looked at as a whore compared to the girl who's not showing lips, not showing titties, but has on a nice Savage Fenty 2-piece or something like that? Why? What's the difference between the two?
I mean, you know that Milani girl and just named Chiclet? I don't think she gives off anything sexual when she does Savage Fenty at all, and that's out of respect for her man because they're a brand together. Right. She doesn't have Onlyfans, so I don't see that sex appeal when I see it from her. I have seen it with other girls where they're showing the nipple.
Yeah.
You can see the lip print, they be like putting that all the way in there and shit.
I'm just giving you I get what you're saying. We're getting a little off topic. I'm just giving you what most men think. Like if I met a girl and she's like, yeah, I do OnlyFans. I'd be like, okay, Fed, you gotta close this bitch. This is, you gotta fuck this bitch. You know what I'm saying? She's easy. Well, hold on a second. That's what men think.
Automatically.
It's an automatic thought that was going in my head. She's...
And what if she was on there baking fucking strudels?
Nah, I don't even fucking... She's not baking strudels. She's not fucking baking strudels.
Don't sell pussy, dog. They be on that bitch
That's
doing
true.
tarot readings and...
Everybody
don't sell pussy on OnlyFans.
That's why he exited out OnlyFans.
But you can't just have that judgment. I feel like
genuinely feel like, bro.
OnlyFans is fucking porno. Why are you guys turning it away? It got popular as porno.
But yeah, what Telly was not only that.
Okay, I understand. I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying, realistically, if a man hears a woman does OnlyFans. The first thing in his head is like, oh, this is a hoe for sure. I got it.
But that's why you gotta say right away, like,
I cook on OnlyFans.
You identify what you do on OnlyFans.
That's the reason why
she could just do YouTube.
You
then.
go to a different man.
You can do AI.
You can't subscribe to
After you blow your cover, sus, just go to a different man. When I say, listen, there are men out here that will still marry hoes. There are men out here that won't marry housewives.
It's somebody out for everybody.
There's
so many people out there.
Do not limit yourself because of what you do. Own up to it as a woman, whether that's your dignity, whether it's your pussy, whatever it is, own up to it as a woman. If you a hoe in Chicago, move to a different state.
Oh, okay, so you're good then. You refresh. It's like a refresh.
I always tell people, wait 3 to 5 years.
I respect that, yeah.
I always tell ladies, listen, if you're going to be a hoe, wait 3 to 5 years.
I feel like there's a whole trail, though. Like, the trail follows you around, you know? The trail follows you around a little bit. There's no whole trail?
It's a Drea.
There is not a whole trail.
Wait, hold on there.
Oh, yeah, ladies, quiet.
Maybe I should articulate it. I'm not talking about OnlyFans right now. Maybe I should.
No, fuck OnlyFans. I'm just saying, like, you got around in Chicago, you fucked half the city, and then you moved to Tennessee. These guys, they're going to find out.
No,
they're going to find out.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Use your middle name.
You know, there needs to be an app for that. Like, research, okay, there's a hoe that was out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hoe facts. For sure.
We need a hoe finder.
I'm telling you, no.
I mean, what did you guys want to know? Like, damn, this motherfucker's a whore, you know?
I feel like but a woman will still love a man if he was a whore or not.
Hold on.
If he got the sauce,
let's group it. I think it's so important for women to understand that for you to be a hoe long term is a complete problem, bro. If you want to go through a whole stage, go through a whole stage. Don't let these men out here, I don't care if they broke or rich. Don't let these men tell you that if you don't want to go fuck and you have a good time, bro, that is bad, bro. You can go fuck, wait 3 to 5 years and move to a different state. You're good, bro. It resets over.
Yeah, like Alaska. No one's going over there. Yeah.
Exactly.
Go somewhere far. I mean, Samir, if you took a woman out and she was on OnlyFans, you knew that's what she did. And you guys are eating. Where does the conversation in your head go?
I don't know if I'd even get to like the dinner.
I'm saying she already at the dinner and she tells you this is what I do OnlyFans.
Like, Samir, I'm a content creator. Oh, I'm what? This website called OnlyFans.
You're gonna have a good time.
I mean, at that point, you're at dinner, you're just catching vibes, chilling. Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
But are you gonna go?
Yeah, he's going.
Yeah, he's gonna try to go.
Are you leaving?
He might.
No, I'm not gonna leave the dinner. Like, I'm not leaving.
He's
the
gonna
dinner.
try to go.
I'm gonna still have the conversation. Like, I'm gonna keep it casual, but no, I'm chilling.
You're chilling?
Yeah.
That's good.
You're not gonna try to go?
No.
Standard.
What if you really, really like this girl? What if that was her own? Hey, what if every other flag was green?
Yeah, what if every other flag
what
was
if
green?
every other flag was green and that was the only red flag?
You know he's going.
Nah, I can't. Like,
If it's someone you're really attracted to, like, man, this girl's beautiful. She's smart.
She has
she's
a nice
intellectual.
vibe, but she does OnlyFans. Like,
But she does OnlyFans.
But she's on OnlyFans doing all this. Like,
But doing all of what? Okay, let's say she's going.
She's sucking her, fucking her what? That's what she's doing. She's sucking her, fucking her what? That's what she's doing. That's what she's doing.
Did like sex work? Like what if she on OnlyFans? Like,
Yeah, that's what she's doing.
and shit. Like I don't know. Like
no, I get it. There's like outliers. There's people that do like the
Right.
strudel stuff that you said, and just cooking and stuff. So I get it. Like, there's people that just use OnlyFans for that.
Is it just sex work or is it just OnlyFans in general?
It's like just
the fucking genre of OnlyFans
But
is already
I'm hot, though.
it's already
I'm
a thing.
hot, and
I
if
get
people
it,
are gonna pay
Because he's talking about his brand, right?
I understand his
It's a
brand.
It's a brand for a man, especially.
I'll talk about when a man finds out you're on OnlyFans, like we think you're sucking or fucking or what. That's exactly what it is.
Absolutely.
That's not fair, but that's not fair, and it's literally never fair because you again. Okay, we all know that there's masculine and feminine energy, and if you're not aware of that, then take some extra steps towards your spiritual path. So there's a balance of both men and women. We're supposed to each balance our feminine and masculine energy. To me, whether you're taking photography or nudes or photo shoots that like involve like. To me, it's about...
Man, I'm so sick of hearing that. I'm sick of that. Like, put your art on a fucking Pinterest, okay? You don't have to do it on fucking OnlyFans.
Okay,
your art doesn't have to be on OnlyFans. There's other platforms. Stop it. No.
Pay $10.99.
Yeah, you can pay $10.99. There's other places you can put it on.
Okay, how about pole work? How do you feel
You could do a
about pole
subscription on fucking Instagram. You could put stuff anywhere. You're talking about OnlyFans.
Okay.
That's
so
where the
Instagram.
porno starts.
So say for instance, I had a subscription to my pole dancing on Instagram.
Okay.
Is that a red flag? Because I'm just pole dancing again is considered art in our generation, where it's movement.
Yeah, okay, that's art. Yeah, but when it fucking hits OnlyFans, guys get that like, damn, that's fucking porno. They just have it in the back of their heads. There's nothing you can say about it.
We're not trying to change a man's perspective.
Okay.
We're not trying to re-identify because of how you think. Like, I think that's something to stand on. We don't give a fuck about what y'all think if you really want to put emphasis on it. We don't give a fuck if y'all think a hoe is a hoe, but we literally.
I mean, what's a hoe to you? What do you define a girl as a hoe?
Oh, that's a very good. I love that question. So, I think a slut and a hoe and a whore are completely different things. I think a hoe is somebody that is on OnlyFans. You're a hoe. Completely, you're a hoe. You're selling your body. No matter how much you're trying to beat around it, but you're selling your body. A slut, you fucking. A whore, like you fucking the homies. You're
getting it for money? Is that what this means? Is that the money?
Well, you're getting money.
Is that the money?
Well, I think when you're a hoe, slut, or whore, you're doing it all for money regardless.
Okay.
But I do feel like when you're a hoe, I do genuinely feel like you can be identified as a hoe just from OnlyFans. That doesn't mean that you necessarily have to be fucking or even sucking or what. God damn it.
I got you.
You sucking or fucking or what?
I mean, guys, we appreciate you guys being on today's episode with Wake Up and our real reviews. We appreciate you guys tuning in next week, all right?
Next week.